Hi guys, it's Miss Jade from River Valley District Library. Me and Celeste are here to bring you a fun little craft project. I know a lot of us are starting to decorate and get ready for the holidays. So I wanted to show you how to make a very simple, easy, pretty little bow. I know these look more complicated than they really are, and honestly, it takes about 5 minutes to make one of these. So I'm going to teach you how to make one to use in all your lovely Christmas decorations and gift giving. So we're going to start with just a spool of ribbon. This is wire edged ribbon, and this is just from the Dollar Tree. It's nothing fancy, nothing special, nothing expensive. I bet it was probably $1. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take a chunk and I'm going to cut it off. Now, if you'd rather not do this, you also can use like a pipe cleaner or a bit of string or a piece of ribbon, but I really, or a piece of wire, I mean, but I really like having the ribbon because then at the end it creates double tails if you do it right. It looks really pretty. So next I'm going to take my spool and I'm going to grab it because it can just be down there. Okay, so I'm going to start by making a tail. Okay, and as we can see here, this is one of those cool velvety ribbons. So one side is velvety and the other side is plain. We're going to want to make sure that this velvety side is the side that's going to be showing. So I'm going to create my tail and I'm going to put it into my hand here and I'm going to crinkle it up in between my thumb and forefinger. Okay, that's going to be my base and my center. So now I'm going to create a bow. Now, if I'm trying to match these, because we're actually making these for Miss Heidi's house for her Christmas decorations. So what I want to do is create a bow. And I'm going to try and create it to be roughly the same size as the other one. Okay, so now we have a loop on our ribbon and we have our two tails. So now we need to move to the next loop. So what you're going to do, as you can see, I've already brought this in and pinched it. Now I'm going to twist. So I'm going to take my long piece that I'm working on. I'm going to give it a twist in the middle. So now I have velvet out and velvet out. And I'm going to create another loop. I'm going to try and have it be roughly the same size as the other one, and we can always tweak it a little when we go. And yet again, I'm going to stick it between my thumb and forefinger and pinch it in there. Now I'm going to keep going. So again, I'm going to twist to get that pretty velvety side out. And don't worry if you're crinkly and wrinkly in here, you can always fluff it up later. So I'm going to create another little bow, little loop here. I think our ribbon's coming apart on us, but that's okay. We can fix that. So again, I'm going to crinkle it into my thumb and forefinger and pinch it in there real tight. And I'm going to give it a twist. And I'm going to do another one here, roughly the same size, crinkle it in and pinch it in real nice and tight so I've got it real good. And one more time here. Give it a twist. And see, we're getting to the end of our spool here. That's okay. Rip our tape off. So I'm going to do one more small loop on either side. So I'm going to do one and pinch and twist, and another and pinch and twist. But now comes the center piece. So for this center piece, what I'm going to do is I want to have a nice little bump right in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I've pinched and twisted and I'm going to just lay it over top. Let me see, there's tails. I'm going to lay it over top. And see how I'm covering up my thumb? I'm going to bring that tail under. And that's going to be the center. And I know we're a little off center. That's okay. If you guys want, you can undo it and go back and twist it and make it more even. There's a couple different ways, but for our example today, we're going to call it good. So now I'm going to take this extra piece that I cut off. See where my thumb is in the middle of the loop here? I'm going to feed this piece right through that loop, right where my thumb is. Except my ribbon hates me today. It's okay, it happens. Okay, So I'm gonna feed it through, and then I'm gonna bring it around behind, and I'm gonna tie a knot. Okay, so I'm gonna tie the knot, and I'm gonna put it on the back side of my bow here. And I'm gonna pull it tight. So now I have, here's my loop to cover the middle. I have a tail and a tail, and now I can start to adjust it. So I'm gonna kind of wiggle these down here and lay them out nicer. And I'm gonna, what's the word, like zhuzh? I'm gonna zhuzh up my bow here. I'm gonna bring these tails down to the bottom. Just kind of play with it and fluff it up real pretty. Now let's say that I feel like this loop's way too big. All I have to do now is go to the opposite side and pull ever so slightly on the next loop I created, and I can adjust that. So I can make it smaller, I can make it bigger, and I can even adjust the next one up, and you can kind of feed it through so that you create a nice even bow. But other than being a little crinkly, which that just takes a little flattening out and a little playing with it, you have your nice pretty Christmas bow. And I always love doing where you cut a little fork in the end of it. All you do to do that, you take your ribbon, your tail, fold it in half, pair of scissors, cut. And that's it. That's all there is to it, you guys. So have fun decorating up your house and your Christmas gifts for everyone. And we hope to see you here at some point during our Christmas and holiday season. Bye.